Every year, more than 100,000 people move to the Phoenix metro area. From California, from Illinois, from New York, from Texas. They come for the sunshine, the lower taxes, the space, the cost of living that makes their salary feel like twice as much. But here is what almost none of them do before they move. They don't understand that Phoenix Metro is not one place. It's 8 different cities, dozens of distinct neighborhoods, and wildly different answers to the question, where should I actually live? Pick the wrong neighborhood, and Arizona becomes an expensive, car-dependent slog through strip malls and summer traffic. Pick the right one, and it becomes the best decision you ever made. I'm going to give you the honest, neighborhood-by-neighborhood breakdown. No real estate pitch, no sponsored content, just the data, the trade-offs, and the truth that the relocation blogs won't tell you. Here are the 8 neighborhoods you need to know before you move to Arizona. Before we get to the neighborhoods, let me give you the honest version of why people move here. Because the reasons matter for figuring out where you should land. The tax math is real. Arizona moved to a flat 2.5% state income tax in 2023. Compare that to California's top rate of 9.3%, New York's 10.9%, or Illinois at 4.95%. For a household earning $200,000, that difference is worth $13,000 to $17,000 per year. Every year. That money doesn't disappear. It becomes your housing budget, your retirement account, or your dining out fund. The job market has genuinely transformed. TSMC's Phoenix campus represents $165 billion in announced investment, the largest foreign direct investment in U.S. history. Intel employs more than 11,000 people in Chandler. Banner Health, Mayo Clinic, American Express, and GoDaddy have major operations here. This is no longer a retirement economy. The cost of housing relative to coastal markets is still real, even after the price run-up. A home that costs $1.2 million in Los Angeles costs $400,000 to $600,000 in the Phoenix suburbs, with better schools, larger lots, and a 3-car garage. And the weather, 300 days of sunshine, is genuinely transformative for people coming from cold states. Just understand the summer trade-off before you commit. We'll talk about that too. Before I go neighborhood by neighborhood, here's the framework I want you to apply. The Phoenix Metro is roughly 80 miles across. Where you live relative to where you work, or where you want to spend your time, matters enormously. Unlike New York or Chicago, where a 30-minute commute is standard, many Phoenix Metro commutes run 45 to 60 minutes if you're in the wrong neighborhood for your employer's location. Second, summer drives behavior. In June through September, you're running errands at 6 a.m. or 8 p.m. Walkability, pool access, and neighborhood density matter differently in Arizona than they do in Seattle or Denver. Factor this into your decision. Third, school districts are hyperlocal. The difference between 2 streets can be 2 different school districts, and that difference can mean $200,000 in home price. Know which district you're in before you make an offer. And fourth, the affordable version of every neighborhood exists. For every premium zip code, there's an adjacent area with the same access, the same amenities, and 20 to 30% lower prices. I'll tell you both versions for each area. If you have children and a mid-range budget, Gilbert should be at the top of your list. Gilbert consistently ranks as one of the safest cities in Arizona. The Gilbert Unified and Chandler Unified school districts here regularly produce top 10 state rankings. The Heritage District in downtown Gilbert has transformed over the past decade into a legitimate walkable dining and entertainment scene. Independent restaurants, craft breweries, and weekend farmers markets. Median home prices in Gilbert run $450,000 to $600,000 depending on subdivision and age. You can still find new construction in the $420,000 to $500,000 range in the newer developments near Hagley Road and Pecos Road. That's a 3 or 4 bedroom home with a pool and a 3-car garage for a payment that would buy you a small condo in most California suburbs. The honest downside, Gilbert is in the East Valley. If you work in downtown Phoenix or North Scottsdale, your commute runs 35 to 50 minutes on a good day. Plan accordingly. Best for families relocating from California suburbs who want the equivalent lifestyle at a dramatically lower price point. Gilbert gives you Irvine-level schools, Irvine-level safety, and Irvine-level community feel for 40% less money. Tempe is the most underrated neighborhood in this entire list. Everyone knows ASU is here. And yes, South Tempe near campus skews young and collegiate. But North Tempe, the corridor between McClintock and Scottsdale Road north of University Drive, is something different entirely. Tempe Town Lake has triggered genuine urban revitalization. The Watermark Tempe development, the Mill Avenue corridor, and the increasingly dense residential construction along Rio Salado Parkway have created the closest thing to an urban neighborhood that the Phoenix Metro offers. You can walk to restaurants. You can bike to the light rail. You can get to Old Town Scottsdale or downtown Phoenix in 15 minutes. Rents in North Tempe run $1,600 to $2,200 for a one-bedroom, which is 15 to 20% less than comparable Scottsdale units with equivalent access. Home prices in established Tempe neighborhoods run $380,000 to $550,000. The Corrine School District and Tempe Union serve the residential corridors here. Both are solid, though not quite at the Scottsdale Unified level for elementary education. Best for young professionals and remote workers who want genuine walkability, proximity to Scottsdale's nightlife, and Phoenix employers at a price point that's 20% below Scottsdale for equivalent lifestyle. If you're coming from a dense coastal city, the Bay Area, Manhattan, Chicago's Lincoln Park, and you refuse to give up the feeling of an established, walkable neighborhood with mature trees and independent restaurants, Arcadia is your answer. Arcadia sits between 44th and 68th Street, south of Camelback Road. Mid-century ranch homes on large, irrigated lots, mature citrus trees you can actually eat fruit from, and walking distance to Postino, LGO, and one of the best concentrations of independent restaurants in all of Phoenix. The Scottsdale Unified and Madison School District boundaries run through Arcadia, giving you access to excellent public schools. The Arizona Canal runs along its edge, a multi-use trail connecting to 131 miles of valley canal paths, perfect for running and cycling. The honest reality, Arcadia is expensive. Median home prices exceeded $1.5 million in 2026. The entry point is roughly $800,000 for a small or original condition ranch home. This is not a neighborhood for a $100,000 salary. Arcadia Light, the area just north and east of Arcadia proper, offers similar neighborhood character at 30 to 40% lower prices. This is the version most first-time Arizona buyers should consider first. Best for corporate executives, finance and tech leadership, remote-first professionals with high household incomes who want the California neighborhood aesthetic without the California prices. For the family that wants the complete suburban master-planned experience, newer construction, top schools, resort-style amenities, and a safe designed neighborhood, North Phoenix's Desert Ridge corridor is the answer. Desert Ridge and Tatum Highlands deliver everything the master-planned suburban lifestyle promises: manicured parks, neighborhood pools included in HOA, wide sidewalks, and Pinnacle High School, which consistently ranks among Arizona's best public high schools. The Desert Ridge Marketplace and High Street Entertainment Corridor give you world-class dining and retail without leaving the neighborhood. The Loop 101 puts you 20 to 30 minutes from Scottsdale, Tempe, and downtown Phoenix. Homes here run $520,000 to $750,000 for newer construction, 4-bedroom, single-family homes. Larger or more premium lots push toward $900,000. The school access alone, PVUSD, Paradise Valley Unified, drives significant demand from families who have researched the district. Best for young families and dual-income professionals relocating from Irvine, Bellevue, or Austin who want the suburban master-planned aesthetic with top-ranked public schools. If you want new construction, large lots, and the best value in the entire metro, the Southeast Valley, Queen Creek, Santan Valley, and the newer Maricopa developments is where your dollar goes furthest. Queen Creek in particular has undergone dramatic transformation. What was farmland a decade ago is now a series of well-planned subdivisions with new construction homes starting around $380,000 to $450,000 for a 4-bedroom, 2,200 square foot home on a generous lot. These are homes that cost $900,000 in comparable California suburban markets. The Queen Creek Unified School District is solid. The Pecan Festival and Schnepp Farms give the area genuine community character. The Queen Creek Olive Mill, yes, they grow and press olives in Arizona, is one of the most beloved local spots in the East Valley. The honest trade-off, you are far out. Downtown Phoenix is 40 to 50 minutes. Scottsdale is 35 to 45 minutes. This is a neighborhood for people who have firmly committed to the suburban Arizona lifestyle and don't need city center access regularly. Best for young families or first-time Arizona buyers on a strict budget who want maximum space for minimum price and whose work is either remote or located in the East Valley corridor. So here's the honest framework, broken down by who you are. If you're moving for a tech or semiconductor job, Chandler. Full stop. Live where your employer is. If you have school-aged children and a family budget, Gilbert or North Phoenix. Both offer A-rated schools, family infrastructure, and home values that still have upside. If you're a remote worker who wants lifestyle first, Old Town Scottsdale for social scene, North Tempe for urban feel at lower price, or Tucson if you want to fully decompress from the hustle. If you're retiring from California or the Northeast, Scottsdale for luxury and medical access, Tucson for value and a more intimate scale, or North Phoenix for the active adult community feel. If you're on a strict budget and want maximum space, Queen Creek in the Southeast Valley, new construction, large lots, lowest prices in the metro. And if you're coming from a dense coastal neighborhood and cannot give up the walkable urban feel, Arcadia if you can afford it, Tempe Town Lake if you can't. The mistake most people make is choosing a neighborhood based on the brand name. Scottsdale sounds right, Phoenix sounds wrong. But the most livable versions of Phoenix, Arcadia, Camelback East, North Central, dramatically outperform the mediocre parts of Scottsdale. Research the neighborhood, not the city name.